Hello, everybody. This is Elizabeth Moselle, and as you see on the title, I am 7 minutes late for Mischievous Mondays. So we're gonna just jump into Terrible Tuesday. So you can always find like some crazy news stories, or we can just go back in time. So today, I went back in time and I found some content. This was a town in Mobile, Alabama. I don't know if y'all remember this story, but basically, um, the town, the whole town was infatuated with the idea that there was a leprechaun in the tree. So it even took place that the camera crew stayed out there overnight, and also, I'm sorry, it also came back in the morning. So now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm sitting here thinking about the whole scenario of the freaking whole storyline. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, wow, who allowed the camera crew to even, you know, interview people about this leprechaun? And that was just what's on my mind. Like, who in the world said, okay, yeah, go down there and look for a leprechaun? That was the most thing about it, but it was just like it was like, be honest with you, it was like an intelligent person has said, hey, I think it's the reflections of everybody's camera bouncing off and the tree. And they cut him off. And they kept everybody in that interview that was just a little loose, little screws loose in their head. And I just want to think about, well, first I want to always wonder, like, where's the people in the town? Like, did they ever find that leprechaun, or or did they ever find that leprechaun? Probably not. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, y'all. So I wanted to talk about um this YouTuber. I don't want to say his name because most of the time people can pick two to two. It's not that hard. Um, they can always pick who I'm talking about. But I'll say this: this YouTuber is a son of a bigger YouTuber, and I guess he no longer date his original YouTube girlfriend. He got a new girlfriend, and when I tell you, she is like a second mold to his first girlfriend. Is sickening. Like I see it, and then I'll be like, everybody's like, "Hey, they're such a good couple." She's helping him get out of his thing, but out of his whatever, his funk or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you this. I thought it was kind of amazingly funny when they was eating a meal, and she said, "I'm sorry, my nails." And she said, me and him, we fight all the time. Like, all the time. We fight, we play fight. And I say, girl, that is the worst thing you can do to a guy. Definitely if he's molding you, he's making you something that you're not. A lot of women, they get on this platform that they become, how can I say it? They become very um consumed in that new guy that they forget who they are or who they were. So I think that's how I'm feeling with her vibe is, okay, so he wants me this way. I have to act this way. I have to wear my hair this way. I have to talk this way. She even talked like his ex in a very um weird way. She pout her lips the way that his ex does. It's very creepy. I don't know if any of you, if you know who I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. But if you don't, I don't want to drop names because I don't want a lot of clout from I don't know if I want to say reacting. I just see what I see. I'm not really reacting. But it's just like it's very forged. Is that a word? It just seemed very forced. Like it's not fake. It just seemed forced. And it's near like scary. It's scary to me. But maybe because I see I can see through people sometimes. Like I'm a very good person when it comes down to you know, peeping out if somebody's a good person or not is very important to me. It is. It's very important to me to just um understand that. But I'm not gonna be here very long. I want to do a terrible Tuesday story time because I love to gossip. Of course, mischievous. That's what I am sometimes, not all the time. But I don't know. How do y'all feel about a man wanting to play fight with the new girlfriend? Or and that's what I wanted to say. Like, is it weird that people want to play fight? Definitely the guy. The girl, yeah. The only reason I feel that way is because the whole Johnny Depp storyline is like it's an eye opening for me for this opposite sex. It is. I would never look at abuse again from um like your words. Your words is very abusive. Your manipulation is very abusive. So I could possibly, and now I'm not really going into that sector. But I would definitely say I did not know men had to deal with anything in that nature. Me, you probably say, girl, you didn't know me. No, I did not know at all. Because I'll be honest with you, because you'll think that most men, hi, so blessed. How you doing, darling? You would think that so many men will be, what is that called? Um, manly, or he'll have some type of authority. So with this guy, it was a red flag to me when he said, "Oh, yeah, we fight. We we play fight." And I was like, "No, you should never play fight with a guy cuz he's sizing you up." That's just how I look at it, y'all. Um so blessed you're here if you're still here. I want to ask you, did you see Peach McIntyre I think it was on my face. Somebody had it on my Facebook. And she said that if next, she could, the next, what is that called? I'm sorry, I'm floating with my words. If her next life, would she pick her same mother? And she said no. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, so blessed. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say this. I think her mom been in her life a little bit more, and I see the ingratefulness um, that she portrayed on camera. Um, and it's sad. I personally feel like that is sad that you feel like you're. And that's the reason I would always think like money can never save her. Like money would never save her. Um, And I know that we have bad parents. I know some people, they grew up with parents issues, but I don't feel like her mom really did much to her, and her mom tried her best. That's what she gives me, that I tried my best for what I knew. Um, because a lot of times people, they know how to parent only from their experience. That's it. But be honest with you, I don't think her mom cares at this moment. Um, I think her mom is basically, her mom probably say this saying right now, she would need me before I need her. And that might be very true. So I just thought it was crazy when I first seen it. And I was like, girl, you disgusting. I was so disgusted. Like, I don't know. That was very disgusting. Because there you go again. She wanted validation from the world. She wanted people to say, "Oh my gosh, I'll be your mother. I'll be your family." I'm like, girl, family don't work that way. I mean, there's some people we don't even want in-laws. We pray every day, please let them get divorced. Please let them get divorced. I mean, like, oh my gosh. But it's just like Peach is very um money hungry and very alone. And I think I used to go hard on her. Well, I still do. I'm not going to say I used to. I still will. Um, but I just think that she's alone at the end of the day. And I don't think I would ever want to be in her shoes. Not even an inch. Mm-mm. I wouldn't want to be in those shoes. Definitely have to tell the world that my man retired from not having a job. How that chuckled me. I was like, your husband retired from what? Not having a job. Because that's what he did. He retired from not having a job. That's all. He didn't, no, you can't tell me he had a job. But so blessed. I want you to have a good night if you're gone. But thank you, doll, for rocking with me. But that's crazy. It's very crazy, and it's like, why? Why? But back to the guy and his girlfriend. I just I don't see her with her own identity. And I think he's molding her to be where he wanted his previous girlfriend, his ex girlfriend, to be. That's sad. That is so sad. Like, darn. And that tells me that he really don't know how to live without himself, because he have to bounce with somebody else, and he have to hurry up and mold her into what he want her to be. Definitely on his YouTube, it's a certain image people are expecting. The dumb girlfriend, he's the manly guy, but he gets off like he was like, they was eating crab legs, and he had something wrong with it. He had something wrong with his arm. And he was like, "Well, I need you to open my crab legs." And I was like, "Why would you get crab legs? You could wait till you get better. We didn't need to see you struggling or not being able to, eat your meal, or her not eat her meal because you need somebody to open your crab legs." It was just asinine. Just to see, now I'm like watching the video, and I see it. I was like, oh my gosh. I probably watched about good third. Probably I scammed through it. So I get to I don't get to the prayer part. I skip that. I might get to what they're eating, and then I skip that, and I skip to like the middle of that meeting they're eating. Because to be honest with you, I hate that dumb conversation with mukbangers. But matter of fact, mukbangers, that is like one of my guilty pleasures. I really do enjoy watching mukbangers. But basically, I really say that I like mukbangers for one thing and one thing only, and that's to seeing if they gain weight. I love it. I'm like, girl, you getting bigger than all outdoors over there. And I think it's kind of funny. I really think it's like hilariously funny when I see it. When I see it, I was like, gosh, she got big. What's she this big? So I have to go back and look at some of their old videos, and if they're like super skinny and now they're like, whew. And I'm a okay portion girl everywhere, but I'm just saying I'm not also now on the camera doing mukbangs, and y'all see me get bigger and bigger every minute. But it is what it is, y'all. But I did have one more thing to talk about. I don't remember what it was. And there's some things you can't talk about. I found that out. I found that out. I'm not going to lie to you. I am a little bit nervous. This is like literally my first live that I did not. I just ran with it. I used to do like videos private and then like do it. And I was like, no, bump it, keep it rolling, keep it rolling for some odd reason. That's okay. I have to say, I forgot what I was going to talk about. I need to write it down. Like, I have to write it down. I can't just scan through my phone. But I don't know. I'm probably do something. I want to. I just want to put my feet wet. I just want to get you. Okay, I'm wish mapping now. Okay, so let's talk about this. Um, if you are you joining in, recapping, or whatever, I am Elizabeth. I just went ahead and started talking. Okay, but now y'all can just get to know me. Elizabeth Moselle, Liz, or Moselle. Some people know me as Missy Moselle, mischievous Moselle, whatever. Whatever. If I'm starting a little fire somewhere, that's what I'm typically gonna be called. I don't know why I'm gonna guide my channel at this point in time. Really don't. But I just know that I want to have fun. I want to laugh, and I want y'all to laugh. Like, it's okay. It's okay to make fun of people's errors. So what, they made it about 20,000 times. It's okay. Laugh. They might laugh one day. Okay. It's like, darn, did I have another baby with the same deadbeat guy? Yes. But it's up to us to laugh and for them to laugh later. Um, don't get mad at us. but you laugh later. Um, we I haven't no. I'm starting a little studio, so hopefully I have my little studio or whatever. It's like that little corner you have in your home. You're just like yes. So I have my little lighting and I'm about to put my pictures up. So hopefully you'll see face to face next time. That'd be all gravy. Um, I will do story times. Before I bounce out here tonight, I'm gonna do a little small story time and talk about some gossip I found out. So now my gossip is really, really it's close to home. Not about anybody in general, but I know this actually happened or I have its source. So let's get into the story time. And I'm about to like get off because I think I've been here for about 20, 22 minutes. Um, so I have this friend, um, got a phone call and I was like, hey, how's things going? And she was like, oh, I am messing. I had to call this one guy up. And I was like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, so y'all still talking? I thought you got a restraining order against him. Okay, that's just how crazy some females are. Or I wouldn't say crazy. I'll say they're desperate for that opposite sex attention. So I was like, okay, you're grown. So the next day, she was like, hey, he did this again, and he kept talking. He's still doing the same thing, and he's acting crazy. He's knocking on my door, and I was like, girl, you haven't learned your lesson? No, she has not learned her lesson. Now, with that being said, a lot of women will think this junk is cute. Like a guy really likes you that much that you finally find peace and then suddenly your butt needs some type of chaos. Like, yeah, let me answer his text. Like, did he slash her tires like 2 weeks? Yeah, literally, he slashed her tires. And then 2 months now, back on she's back on the junk. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And now I'm like at it like, do I even answer my telephone when she calls? Like, I really feel that way. I don't know. Y'all could just help me in the comments. Like, do I need to answer my telephone? Because be honest with you, somebody hurts me one time, that's enough. Um, Somebody lied to me, that's enough. I don't need to keep making it right for my heart. I don't need to keep making it right for my brain. Because, y'all, that's rattling. I don't know about nobody else, but that irks my nerves. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just doing this back and forth with the person and then calling a friend and my friend is telling you, hey, leave him alone. Don't call him. It's just it's just everywhere. I don't know. Maybe y'all can help me if I'm wrong for not answering my phone with this person. Yes, this is a little small story time. I really can't get into too much detail. But it's like she haven't learned her lesson. And I think the last straw was when she confessed to me that she is in $500 in debt with a cell phone. And I was like, now this is a new cat, and it's not an old cat. So I'm like, why are you going backwards? Why do you need a man so bad that you have to one purchase him his necessities? I think a cell phone is a necessity. You need that. It's not like a payphone, like, okay, you can use the payphone or a landline. I think it is more efficient You have an efficient life if you have a cell phone. So if a guy met you and he did not have a cell phone, he wasn't very efficient with his self. So why are you trying to make him that way? Definitely for a hit and quit it type vibe, And I always say men, they like little hoes. They can be like little hoes just like us. So it's crazy. Like just like us as females. But um they will have sex and get what they need, and they go on to the next. Some of them they stick around and they get a nice topic. They get a nice, not really topic. They get a nice situation. Like maybe the female have food stamps, or she has low income housing. She can pay all the bills, and he can sit back. He can pretend like he has a job. He can stay having a job for a very little bit of time, but eventually you're taking care of him because that was his only purpose of having somebody take care of him. Because to be honest with you, I think some parents kick their kids out too early. So, and I think that's the case. And I always tell my friend, um, stop dating, stop dating the guys that give you short, like small talk in 20 minutes. Yeah. Have a guy to give you a little mystery. Have him come to you straightforward. That's crazy. I mean, it is very crazy to see so many women. They get on they get somewhere. They finally get some true of happiness. Like if you don't want, like for me, I have to get my hair washed once every 2 weeks. That makes me feel good. Um, I know somebody was like, "Oh, that's it. That makes you feel." Yes, a clean scalp makes me feel like anything. I get a new shower gel. That makes me feel good. But I don't think my friend knows how to feel good without um temporary items such as getting paid. That only makes her feel good until she's broke. Um, Getting her hair done once a year. That probably only makes her feel good. Hi, thank you for joining. But it only makes her feel good for a very little bit. It don't make you feel good very long. And that's sad. That is very sad. Like she can't find her happiness unless she has a man between her legs or she's catering to him because she feels like she she that's her place. And I don't know. I think now that we're getting older, I don't see her behavior changing, or it shouldn't. Or maybe I'm just snooty. Maybe I just feel like, hey, you need to grow up. you know, After you have so many baby daddies, and whatever so many baby daddies is to some of y'all have so many baby daddies. Is not necessarily the number; it's the mindset. Like if you dating, you have a baby daddy with one person and he hasn't grown up, that can be as worse as somebody who have 7 or 8 baby daddies. So it is what it is. To each his own. Not everybody is perfect, and we live in this world and we learn. We should learn daily. If we don't, guess what happens? You get stuck, and you don't want to never be stuck, and you never want to allow somebody else to keep you stuck. It can get even bad. Like she'll call me and hey, she'll give me blues, like sad stories, and I'm like, girl, you've been through this before. What's the formula? I know you had this formula before, but they act like a duck. Some people act like a duck. They're in a new world every day. So it is what it is, y'all. But I've been here for almost 30 minutes. Thank you for rocking with me. I do not believe in telling people hit the like button. I'm not a big fan. You want to do it because you really like it, you really enjoy it. But please, and I'm not even going to tell you because, hey, I feel like this. I'm going to get off the topic for a minute. You don't have to tell people to subscribe anymore because if they like you, they're going to subscribe. If they don't, guess what? You ain't going to get that subscribe number. So, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me, the ones that came, the ones that talked. Thank you so blessed. I enjoy you every minute from, was it Mrs. Kate's? So, oh, by the way, I'm going to do a unauthorized shout out. If y'all haven't seen Mrs. and Kate's, guess what? Y'all go check them out because they have a good time over there. So, y'all have a wonderful night. Y'all be safe. And guess what? If you're feeling terrible tomorrow, well, today actually, it's okay. It's okay. We all have bad days. It's okay. Just stick your tongue out at somebody. You'll feel better. Y'all have a good night and have a awesome day. If you can't have a bad, you have a bad day, stick your tongue out and make you feel better. Night.